So you're considering moving to the Emerald Coast of Florida, but you've just heard so much about it that you don't really know exactly what to expect. Well, in today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 things that you need to consider if you're looking to buy on the Emerald Coast. Hey everyone, Garrett O'Leary here with the O'Leary Brothers team here at Lead Realty. Thank you for clicking on this video. I surely do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy today's video. If this is the first time that you're visiting our channel, we'd like to talk about everything that is great about the Emerald Coast, as well as including some content about real estate, and that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to be talking about 3 things you should consider when you're moving to the Emerald Coast and you're looking to buy. Now, the first thing that you should consider when you're looking to buy here on the Emerald Coast, or just kind of looking to buy in general, is understanding your wants and needs. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Garrett, I know this is something that everyone says, but hear me out for just a second. When I say understand your wants and needs, obviously there's a laundry list of things that you want and need in your house. Now, what I'm talking about is consider and prioritize maybe a top 3 or 4 things that you can't live without in a home. For example, for me, when I was looking to move into the place that I currently live in now, I needed an office space because I do all my work from home, obviously as a real estate agent. So my absolute #1 need was having an office space. So consider things like that when you're looking and browsing homes in the area. You may need your office space. You may want something that has a enclosed pool, things like that, where you feel like that's the quality of life that you need in your home and that you really do not want to live without. You don't want to overexpose yourself to so many different necessities that you're going to find and reject every house that you see, because ultimately you're never going to find the perfect house for you unless you decide to build your own. So to tie all those strings together, prioritize 3-4 items that you feel like you absolutely need in your house. And then if you don't exactly meet the rest of them, that's still okay. You don't want to get to a point where you're not able to make a decision and actually find something that you really like, but it's only missing a few items, and then you never ultimately buy something. The second thing you'll need to consider when you're looking to buy here on the Emerald Coast is making sure that you're working with the right team. What I mean by that is that you're working with a real estate agent and a lender that are very much well-versed in the area. You can ask so many people from personal experience that working with lenders and agents that are very much involved and understand the market as well as just the area in general, how much that will actually help when it comes to you searching for a home. Your real estate agent will obviously help you get through the transaction and give you the synopsis on how everything's going to go. Your lender, on the other hand, is going to do everything that is related to your finances, obviously. And you want them to be well versed in the area, all the rules, regulations, and all the small things that a lender that's a national lender might not be aware of if they're trying to help you in a market they're not actually in. Plus, a lender is going to be able to answer so many questions when it comes to, how you're going to be paying monthly, how you want to get to that if you can't necessarily afford the home yet, but they will be your #1 source of actually getting that information. And your real estate agent will be right there alongside them to help you get to the point where you can purchase a home that is going to be in the best deal possible for you. And the third thing to consider, and arguably one of the most important things that you will ever need to know, is to understand the market that you are going to be moving into. And I cannot stress this enough, understanding that market is arguably one of the most important things you will do when it comes to purchasing a home. Just a couple things you'll need to know is kind of understanding the idea on where the market is going. Now, in the sense of real estate, is it going towards a buyer's market? Is it going to be a seller's market? Are the prices trending up, down, things like that? So you know when it comes to maybe putting in offers, or if you have to list your house for some reason, that you'll at least have an idea on what you think your home is worth, as well as how you should approach submitting offers to be competitive, as well as not overspending on something that may not be worth it. Secondly, you'll also kind of want to consider the local health of the economy as well as the health of the market. Obviously, I won't get into all of the factors when it comes to that because that could be a whole video on its own, but ultimately you want to understand, is the local economy healthy? Is it operating as you'd expect? Is it looking upwards in terms of, are there jobs coming to the area? Is it staying relatively stable? You want to look into things like that, and you can find that from news articles, even talking to your real estate agent to kind of get a better idea on what is really going on in that area. I wanted to bring up these 3 considerations because it's ultimately the 3 questions that we answer all the time when we're working with buyers. Buyers will often come into a conversation saying they want all of these things in a home. But unfortunately, not all those things can exist in one single home. Again, unless you build your own house, but that's not always the right opportunity or the right option for very many people. So we always try to file down and pick out a handful of things, ideally like 3, 4, 5 items that they cannot live without, and everything else that's kind of like, well, if it has it, great. If it doesn't, okay. Next, obviously getting a lender and a team together that are working for you and ensuring that they are going to find you the right home, as well as get you the best deal possible, that understand the market, so that nothing out of the ordinary or nothing unexpected happens during a transaction process or when it comes to getting you approved for a loan. And lastly, your agent knowing the market is probably the most vital thing ever. If you talk to your agent and feel like they don't know what they're talking about entirely, you have a right to be concerned and want to know more information in the health of the market, as well as because you're going to be buying an asset there and you don't want that asset to lose value. But everybody, that is today's video. It was very quick. I wanted to bring these 3 considerations up because it's questions that we answer all the time, and I want you to be fully versed and fully understanding on what it is that you're buying here on the Emerald Coast. With that being said, the Emerald Coast is a wonderful place to live. It is absolutely by far the best place that I've ever lived, and I can't recommend considering moving here enough. If you have any questions or want to reach out to us and start that home search, then feel free to contact us. I'll leave our phone number and email right here. Again, you can give us a call, send us a text, or shoot us an email, and we'll be happy to help in any way we can. As always, I'm Garrett with the O'Leary Brothers team, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.